Apple Final Cut Pro 10.6 Review. A few years ago, Final Cut Pro seemed to be falling behind in terms of features and stability. But recent updates have addressed these concerns with new features that will benefit both experienced and novice editors. At the time of our pointing this out, Final Cut Pro had gone 31 months without a major update. However, in the last 21 months, we have received 2 updates from Apple. This shows that voicing your concerns may hold more benefit than previously thought. The new updates to FCP did not include major interface changes, and the software remains largely unchanged on the surface. FCP 10.6 offers increasingly powerful features, which can be seen when you examine the software closely. After 2 years, various technical issues have been detected and resolved. Depending on how you use the system, you may not have encountered any of these. Using the app generally feels more stable. Occasional crashing happens, though thankfully the software's automatic saving feature usually prevents any significant loss of data. Therefore, one can quickly relaunch FCP and continue their work as usual. FCP is 11 years old in June, and stability within the system means a major improvement in performance. One of the key changes introduced with macOS 10.5 was support for Apple Silicon, a significant factor in Apple's shift to Intel chips. Final Cut Pro is compatible with both CPU and Apple Silicon, which speeds up processes, allowing for a smooth workflow. Apart from the underlying technological features and bug fixes, there are not a lot of noteworthy developments. Currently, Adobe also supports M1 chips. The introduction of 2 new features with 10.6 made the situation more interesting. Cinematic mode is offered for footage shot with an iPhone 13. It allows the user to shoot video and manually adjust focus, or use tracking focus in software on the phone. FCP allows you to manually manage the f-stops on your Mac like you can with a normal camera. Lower numbers will produce a blurrier background, while higher numbers will give a sharper focus. Using the right conditions, it is possible to obtain fairly impressive results by playing around with footage. This can be achieved by adjusting the effects using a process known as keying. However, the algorithms used to distinguish between subjects and their background are not always accurate. The new object tracker is one of the most interesting features from our perspective. Object tracking has been a long-standing feature in several video editing software and plugins. Using Object Tracker is simple and effortless, even though it lacks certain functionalities. It has gained more attention as it became the standard of many software platforms. It is user-friendly and impresses users despite its lack of certain features. The inspector sidebar contains the new tool. To add a tracker, it must be resized and placed in the correct location. Afterward, select the Analyze button located in the top left-hand corner of the preview window and FCP will do the rest. Connecting an object or text box to the tracker is simple. Once you're familiar with where tools and menus are located, it will become intuitive to use. Many tracking filters available commercially offer improved fluid motion tracking and the ability to automatically adjust the size of the subject being followed as it moves closer or further away from the camera. However, this is not a feature of Final Cut Pro's tracking filter, which must be done by hand. AI-driven effects can be utilized in conjunction with the new tracking capabilities. Instead of applying effects to a clip in the timeline, users can drag the effect over the preview section and move the cursor to select which area should be affected. This feature uses artificial intelligence to recognize certain objects on the screen, such as a building. It is especially adept at recognizing faces. To use the tracking button, simply press it and the effect will move along over time. This is a remarkably easy process. Final Cut Pro is an established and stable video editing software, with many advanced features compared to its free counterpart, Apple iMovie. Even though it has been around for some time, recent feature development has kept it competitive in the industry. One of the key benefits of this application compared to its larger competitors such as Adobe Premiere Pro is its pricing. This product does not involve continuous subscription fees or continual upgrade payments. But it has a single upfront fee. In addition, all improvements, regardless of their size and scope, are provided at no cost.